human beings, non-Jews. Does God need them?
Absolutely. This is God's world. This is God's world, and God did not create an extra thing or an extra person that is not an absolutely important part of his goal. You're talking about a perfect God. So a perfect God has a perfect plan, and every single person is necessary. Every single thing is here to do its part in getting God to his goal of relationship. But the things don't have free choice. They just do their thing. But every single human being was given free choice to choose the relationship, to notice God in his world and realize what he's after or not. And because we have that free choice, when we do choose, then God has us. And then that's when the purpose of creation happens. So this is a conversation for every single human being. Everyone's a part of it. And if we're doing our part, but somebody else is not noticing God or welcoming God or thinking about God, then God's not satisfied. This is his entire world. Nobody is left out of the purpose.
So dare we say that God is vulnerable? It sounds like a lot of vulnerability here. And I know we've discussed this, but
God has ultimate vulnerability. Because for ourselves, what's our deepest vulnerability? Our need to breathe? Our need to breathe is a handicap, is a problem. And we try to take care of it. But if a person doesn't breathe, okay, his life is over. His existence is over. Can't stay alive. But our problem is over. But our need for a relationship, our need for our children, our need for our spouse, our need for the closeness, that stays with us forever. Even after a person passes away, that yearning and need is still there. And the need for closeness and the need for you to think about your loved ones that have passed is so important. They still want the relationship. A soul yearns for this oneness, this godly yearning for oneness. That's our deepest vulnerability. Like, if we could satisfy ourselves by ourselves, if all I had to do was make sure I have air to breathe, food to eat, a house to live in, money to pay my bills, I can take care of myself and all of my needs, all my human needs, that would be great. But we have this godly need as well for someone, and that I can't do for myself. That someone else has to do for you. That's vulnerability. I can't satisfy myself, because even when I'm perfect, it's not enough. So that's vulnerability. And if we have that, for our spouse and for our children and for the few people in our lives, imagine God in his infinite yearning for every single one of us. He's desperately waiting. He created a whole world to have us. And he's absolutely perfect, and yet without us, he's not satisfied. So we satisfy God. That's vulnerable. It's amazing.